What is going on, friends? This is a not the best of the podcast. The term best of is not accurate. There is no one in the radio or podcasting industry. Well, hell, nobody does best of podcast shows anyway. I'm the only one. The only reason why I'm doing this is because you must have something to listen to. It's about making sure that the habit stays a habit, okay? It's important to do this. I want you to have something to listen to. Plus, it's important that I do this for the sponsors. I mean, these people pay for this stuff. I don't want to just say, tough shit, I'll just take your money and you get nothing. You know, that's just not a great practice. So, you know, this stuff, since I've done 740, about 740 shows, it's not like you can remember this shit. So, hey, let's go back in time and throw something out there. Now, the reason why you can't say best of is because no one really goes ahead and says, oh, I'm going to go and painstakingly go over everything and get the absolute best stuff. No one does that. People just go doing radio shows and whatnot, and they just grab shit. Oh, this'll fit. I don't care what the hell he talks about. Just throw it in there. And that's kind of like this. You know? That's why I say it's not the best of. It's something. You might get a laugh or two here and there. I don't know. It's so dated. I'm talking about Andrew Yang. There is a couple things that are spectacular. Joe Biden's look fat, look, here's the deal moment needs to be discussed. There's also, well, I don't want to laundry list it for you. You'll figure out what the hell's going on. What am I doing? All I'll tell you is that this stuff does not stand the test of time. Shows I did 2 years ago, a year and a half. You know, I mean, I had a different practical sense. My timing was different. Everything was shittier, I think. It better have been shittier. And in a year and a half from now, I'll look back on what I'm doing now and say, God, well, that sucked too. That's the only way I'm able to keep doing this. Constantly look at myself as a big pile of shit. Okay? And then trying to improve, and perhaps there will be some listenability to it. I don't know. It's been this long. I might as well just keep it going, right? Okay. So here you go. It's like a best of show hosted. It's a best of show of me hosted by me. That's a lot of me. Okay. Enjoy. It comes to you from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Remember to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, ERIC, please. If you would, follow me on Twitch. That's where I go live every day. And then I take that live material and it becomes the podcast. All right. Enjoy the not the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Yesterday, I had a hockey game to attend. Before the game, okay, this all comes together. Let me back up. To start the game, I'm in my closet getting on a pair of pants. And I wanted to wear this like blue Mr. Rogers sweater with a white collared shirt underneath it and a nice tie. And it's really the old man stylings of me, the 50-year-old man. You got to dress like an old guy at this point. So I go, I'm going to put on this nice pair of brown dress pants. And I slid my legs into the pants. And then I'm looking at the distance between the button. And I'm like, holy crap. These feel really, really tight. Like, really tight. Oh, no. Now, these are 30s. And I go, this is going to really test the strength of this button. I start pulling it together. And I can feel everything constricting. Oh, my God. And I'm just pulling and I get the damn thing clasped. It actually wasn't a button. It was one of those metal things. And it kind of grabs on. It's just hanging on for dear life. And it's just pulling. I'm like, and I look, and I tuck my shirt into somehow, man. I could barely get my hand in to tuck the shirt in ahead of time. So I put it all together. I look at the mirror. I've got this huge muffin top just hanging over. I'm like, these got to be like 28s or something. There's no way, but no. Oh, man, it was bad. And I'm like, all right, I refuse to buy new pants. I've got to turn this around. How many times have you heard me say this? And it's like I have this moment, like right now, and then I'm good for about 30 minutes, and then I'm back to it. I'm considering just waving the white flag. I'm pretty close. Like I said, I still do all sorts of physical activity. I run my ass off. Hell, I ran a mile in 6.5 minutes the other day. 6.5 minutes. You know how hard that is to do? I mean, that's really, really hard for a guy my age. And wait. But, I did it, and then I rested 2 minutes, and I did it again. So I am a fat, fast fucker. Fat, fast fucker. That's what I am. And so, I mean, there I am. And I'm like, holy shit, this is terrible. How am I going to get to the game? And I can right away feel like the pressure on my balls. I mean, and I look, and it's like I'm wearing hot pants or stretch pants or whatever it is, or spandex. And my this wad of balls is like prominently displayed in the middle of my just below my waist. You can just see it all there. I go, all right, well, I'll wear a long coat and it'll be fine. And I stuck my key. I just have a little key fob. That's all. I don't have anything attached to it. It's just the fob. I put it in my left pocket, and it's sticking out so far because the pants are just hugging my legs. These are dress pants. It was so bad. Hell, a pair of joggers fits, a lot less form-fitting than what these dress pants were doing. And so you can see the key on my left, the key fob. You can see my balls. You can actually see the ridge of my crank. In the right, I've got like my cell phone, and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. I got to take all this stuff out of my pockets. So I did, but still my dong is exposed. But I got the long coat, the knee-length coat. I go, this will be fine. And it was fine, but man, was I uncomfortable. And I could feel like all of this pressure on my balls. I'm like, Jesus, it's like somebody's punching me repeatedly. It was way uncomfortable. So what did I do? Well, first, before I left, I finished the rest of that pumpkin pie that we had in the fridge. It was about 1/3 of a pie plate, and that's now gone. Then I drove to the game. I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible, so uncomfortable. What did I do? I got into the rink and went into the kitchen area of the hockey office. And various members of the staff are there, and they got hamburgers. Loaded up 2 burgers, bun, tomato, lettuce, ketchup, mustard, mayo. Boom, boom. Annihilated them. Then I get a text from Griffin's forward, Matt Pumple. Where are you? And I'm like, I'm eating. Well, you got to meet me back by the locker room. I'm like, why? He says, I have something to give you. And I'm like, oh, my God, I know what this is. Matt's mother is, for the last several years, has made me this Christmas delight, which is like the best peanut brittle ever. And then she makes this all from scratch. This like layer of chocolate on top of it. You remember like in Breaking Bad when like Walt would make the blue meth? It would be like on like a cookie sheet, and then he would break it up. That's what this is, but it's peanut brittle. But before she breaks it up, she puts this liquid. She pours liquid chocolate on it, and then sprinkles nuts, and then it sets, and then she breaks it up, and I forget what she calls it, something amazing. And she gave me some a few years ago, and it's been a tradition every year since. So I'm like, holy shit. And so I meet him over there, and he goes, this is from my mom, eh? I go, oh, my God, Matt. I go, look, you need to tell her. She is now one of the greatest Canadians of all time. I go, I think she just surpassed Terry Fox with this showing. This is incredible. Some of you may be like, who the hell is Terry Fox? Well, it's an important Canadian. Look it up, dummy. How the hell do you not know who Terry Fox is, for God's sake? I go, your mom just passed Terry Fox. And he starts cracking up. Only a Canadian or a really great American would know the Terry Fox reference. But his mom's better than Terry Fox. Holy crap. But this doesn't bode well for me. Because then I'm like, oh, God. And then I get over to the box, and I'm ready to do my thing. And I put my hand in my left pocket. I realize I took a cookie from the hockey office. I'm like, oh, God, I might as well eat this. And so I inhale the cookie, and then I got this delicious treat from Pumple's mother. And I'm like, yeah, eat it. And then I put it away. Oh, my God. I don't know what I'm going to do. The heaviest I was 177 about a year and a half ago. I'm approaching that now. I'm probably 173 right now. Man, do I love to eat. Damn it. I feel so good, though, when I don't eat like a moron. I mean, seriously, it's great. And it messes with my brain when I eat like a dick, but there's something spectacular about sugar. It's killing me. This is harder to do for me than alcohol, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I have never really struggled quitting booze. I was lucky. But this, staying on the good side of your diet, that's not easy. If I didn't run like a madman all the time, I would be screwed. I would be diabetic, halfway to death. I got to turn this around, man. Eris says quit smoking. I have to say quit eating like a dumb dick. Jeez. Yesterday was huge, and here's why. Remember I talked to you about how I got to get this bedroom painted for my wife for Christmas. I started the work. Okay. You know all the electric plate covers? They're all off. Light switch covers are all off. I took all that shit off. Now, today, tape. I got to tape things. You know, masking tape, the whole thing. This is what my painting friend Mike Lees taught me. So I'm going to be taping. I'm going to be fixing the holes in the wall. I can do that. Now, I'm not as skilled at like drywall. I can't do that. Andrea is the one who is the authority on that. She mudded this room. She's an absolute wizard. Holy crap. But I think yesterday was a good start. Today is the 5th? Today is the 5th? Yes. Okay, so that means I've got 19 days and counting, right? Yes, 24 minus 5. 19 days. Man, we're going to make it happen. Benjamin Moore paint. I was told good paint. President Carter. Did you hear that? The guy, I every time I check Twitter, he's again getting released from the hospital. This guy, they're like, oh, man, this is the year he dies. I don't think so. There is no way in hell this guy dies. This time, a urinary tract infection. Remember that one thing when he fell over and like bashed his face and broke his like nose, and then 1 minute after being released from the hospital, he's like putting up another Habitat for Humanity home. Let's be clear here. This is the worst president we've ever had, but he is a tough, sweet old man. No business being president. Absolutely awful. One of the weakest, wimpiest presidents. How the hell did he get this second win where he's a badass? I want to see him fight MMA, frankly. Strong man. Get well, President Carter. Do not forget that December 27th, that's a Friday. The kids are off school, and this is directed at the second and third shifters. You've always wanted to play paintball. Don't let this chance slip by. Get the kids. Meet me at TC Paintball Friday, December 27th for an 11 a.m. start. All right? finally, with Paintball War 6, it's for you second and third shifters. Get the kids. You're going to do something fun. It's only going to set each of you $35. Set you back $35. You get the paint. You get the mask. You get the gun. You got a pizza party. I'll get pizza from Franco's. And 3 hours of fun. You must join me for the Paintball War number 6 with TC Paintball. I just want to make sure that's out there. And if you want to play, I already got Sarah and her son, Avery, are going to be there. Sarah Rook Rutch. So that's 2. I need 28 more. Eric at ericzaneshow.com, or just get a hold of me anyway. As long as you make sure I respond. If I don't respond, it means I might not have seen it. Reach out, Eric at ericzaneshow.com, or any other way. I don't care. Smoke signals if you want to reach out to me. Whatever you need to do. If you don't hear from me, though, get a hold of me a different way. Specifically, the email, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Excuse me. All right. We got to talk about this moron named Tim Ryan. This is the play-by-play voice for the San Francisco 49ers. Used to play football. Now he's a broadcaster. Well, over the weekend, the Baltimore Ravens and their star quarterback, Lamar Jackson, beat the 49ers. Jackson might be the MVP this year. He's having that kind of a year. The guy is just terrific. Well, this is so ridiculous. See if you can figure out the problem with this audio. Because Tim Ryan, the play-by-play voice for the 49ers, went on a radio show Monday to, dig deep on the loss to the Ravens. And in this clip, he's talking about how effective Lamar Jackson is at quarterback for the Ravens. See if you can pick out the problem with what he says. He's elaborating on how good he is at handing the ball off to the running back and faking the handoff to the running back.
He's really good at that fake, Lamar Jackson. But when you consider when his dark skin color with a dark football, with a dark uniform, you could not see that thing. I mean, you literally could not see when he was in and out of the mesh point. And and that's going to mean, and you're a half step slow on.
What? Are you kidding me? Oh, again.
He's really good at that fake, Lamar Jackson. But when you consider when his dark skin color with a dark football, with a dark uniform, you could not see that thing. I mean, you literally could not see when he was in and out.
You don't hear the guys that he's talking to anymore in the clip. They're silent. They're looking around the room going, did he just say he's good at the fake because his skin is dark? Now, I have no idea if that's maybe that's true. Maybe he got that from the players, but you don't know. You don't say that. Oh, my God. Do I think he's a racist? Of course not. You're not a racist, but what a dumb thing to say. Well, boy, that Lamar Jackson, I tell you what, this is something he may have said in the next breath, Tim Ryan. I'll tell you what, if he were like a thief or somebody who wanted to break into your house, I mean, it would be really great because you wouldn't see him at night because he's so black. Oh, boy, is he dark. Oh, man. What a dummy. You cannot do that. Yes, that may be true. His skin color, if your skin color is the exact match of the ball, but it's still stupid. The ball's brown. Well, I guess he's brown too. But the uniform's purple. I mean, God, this whole thing is so dumb. Well, he got in deep shit over that, this guy, and so he's paying for it now. I think they've nipped it in the bud, though. He's only getting a game out of the deal. Hold on a second here. This stupid San Francisco Chronicle. No, I don't want to expand my digital knowledge. Just, God dang it. There's so many pop-ups, man. You can't even do anything these days. 49ers suspend broadcaster for saying Ravens quarterback Jackson had advantage due to dark skin with a dark football. Darkness, everybody. Darkness. Fuck your couch. The 49ers said, all right, that's it. They're actually, he's the radio color analyst. I guess not play-by-play guy. So he's the guy, well, he's the color analyst. He's the one who fills it in with color, even with dark ones. Over comments he made on a Bay Area sports talk radio show Monday. It happened on the Murph and Mac show on KNBR. I wonder if Murph and Mac had to throw him under the bus for that. Damn it. Or if I wish that clip would have gone a little longer so you could hear Murph and Mac's response. Been like, dude, I don't know if it's a good idea to be going down the road of skin color or if they just ignored it. Man. Team officials said they're disappointed in Ryan's comments. They're suspending him from the upcoming game. We hold Tim to a high standard. Yada, yada, yada. We know Tim is a man of high integrity. He'll grow and learn from this experience. I guess I just don't know how in the world he could be so stupid. How could you possibly say something so dumb? I may have said things like this or worse over my years on the radio. There's probably a good chance that I said something that awful. In fact, I know of one moment in particular when I've said terrible things, which were racist jokes. Actually, I'm going to make a racist joke on the radio. I don't even think he meant for that to be racist at all, this guy. But he's paying for it now. They did the whole apology tour. On Monday, he spent most of the 22-minute segment breaking down the gameplay and complimenting the Ravens and Jackson's play. And then he made that comment, and that was it. Dr. They're getting the civil rights activist to weigh in on it. The civil rights activist Harry Edwards said he was particularly troubled that Ryan's comments perpetuated the bigotry involving black players and particularly the quarterback position. You see, now we're getting too far. This is what throwing the word bigotry in there. And the quarterback position, that's just stupid. What you have here is Tim Ryan is a dumb former football player. And that's all this is. I do not believe that this is bigotry because he has to know if you say something of that is bigotry in nature, you will lose your job. Only a moron like Tim Ryan would do something so stupid. So, yes, you are stupid. But a bigot, I don't think so. I know Tim. He is not a maleficent. Wasn't that a movie? I can't say that word. Maleficent mind relative to these types of issues. Boy, this is already above my pay grade. But of course, that does not mean that he gets or should get a pass regarding his comments on Lamar Jackson. I don't think he is. And assigning any dimension of Lamar's undeniable brilliance at quarterback to his skin color. I mean, if you can't see the ball, you can't see the ball. A raw and sensitive assessment and assertion, not only because it is profoundly obtuse and ignorant. Boy, I could never have this job with these big words. And ignorant on its face and carries implications that I'm certain were not intended. But because... There you go. He says not intended. But because skin color has been such a factor in rationalizing denial of black athletes' opportunities to play the quarterback position. All right. It was stupid. That's all. We don't need to go any further than that. Suspension, yeah, all right. I'm okay with that. One game. He said sorry. It's discussed publicly. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think everything in this was appropriate, except for the comment. The comment was stupid, inappropriate. His punishment, one game, appropriate. He's not fired. I like that. I can live with that. I can live with the one game, to give the dumb football player a swat on the nose. Now, if you do it again, then I'm going to start to believe that you're a bigot, that you're actually trying to say racist things because you're a racist, you know? Do it once, maybe. Twice, I don't think so. Both dogs are trying to fit into a chair. It's impossible, so O'Neill comes over here. Hello. By the way, did you see the video on Facebook of my enormously fat cat? Oh, my God. The cat and I are having a race to become the fattest humans and or feline.
Okay, pause in the action. Back to 2022. Pause in the not the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Don't forget about me on Patreon. If you're ever like, man, I really want to help Zane out and build the show, throw a few bucks my way, and in return, you get 16 plus hours of material each and every week on my Patreon. patreon.com/Eric Zane. You'll love it, man. I put a lot of work into that thing, and it's a great accompaniment for the free podcasts that I post on all the usual spots. So there you go. If you really want to help out the show, it is. There's no sponsors involved in that. It's powered by your dollars and cents. So try it out for a month. If you like it, convert it to a yearly, and I'll save you 10%. Okay, the Tax Hobbit is back. Tag CPA.net 616-301-9516 for tag accounting. That's Troy Ginzer. Those are his initials. The joke was funny the first time, and it's getting less funny each time. It's a good thing his first name's not Frank. Okay? Call the Tax Hobbit, 616-301-9516, and say, look, Eric Zane sent me. What do I do? This is perfect for you no matter where you are in the United States. This guy needs to do your taxes. He's going to save you money. Trust the Tax Hobbit. He's awesome, and he's deadly from beyond the three-point line. Tag accounting. You don't have to be in Grand Rapids, Michigan to take care of this, okay? You upload all of your documentation, everything you need. He'll tell you what you need to send to him. It's sent along on his online portal, and then you get a notification saying, hey, on March 1st at 3 p.m., I'm doing your taxes. Keep your phone handy, and then that's it. It's awesome. Next thing you know, all your cash comes in from the government right into your bank account. Now more than ever, with changing tax laws and weirdo pandemic shit, tag accounting needs to be at your beck and call. 616-301-9516. I used him, not only for my personal taxes, but he took Eric Zane Productions, LLC, and made it an S-Corp. That's right. Tax advantages there, so he does all my books and shit like that. He's kind of like a contracted employee for your old pal Eric Zane. Okay, Bennett Flooring Installation. If you don't know by now, these are two dudes that are awesome, Jacob and Jason. And, you know, I mean, my gosh, the idea of the business being that, you know, when you're ready to install the flooring, go ahead and do as much of the work as you can. And then call these boys and they'll finish it up for you. They'll measure the room, give you an estimate, tell you exactly how much it's going to cost down to the penny. And then you do with it as you will. Hopefully you'll sign up. Their services are, of course, fantastic. 616-318-0167. If you want to book Bennett Flooring Installation to come to your house and measure it, that is free. Okay? Stand by. I got a cough. Oh, boy. That was a doozy. Where you buy the flooring. See, I'm really threading the needle here because my friends at Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home, the discount outlet, you know, they've got installers too, but I'm like, I can't, you know, I'll tell everybody to buy it there, but Jacob and Jason are my guys. They're installing it. But I am insisting that your first step when it comes to buying flooring is going to the discount outlet of Johnson's Carpet One Floor and Home. And Darwin, who's the big swinging pecker at Johnson, said, I want you to really put some muscle behind the discount outlet. Zaniac Kent, drop the E, add a U, runs the discount outlet
for Darwin, the owner of Johnson's. And it truly is the lowest price in Michigan because of the volume. They're fortunate at Johnson's to have this big building. It's like a pole barn right on Chicago Drive, downtown Granville, right behind Little Caesars. And Darwin just is cutting deals with these major manufacturers of flooring, Mohawk, Shaw, and then the trucks show up full of flooring, and it's up to Kent to stack it. All right, put piles of carpeting. You go in and you leave and you put it in your truck with the lowest price for flooring. There's two stores. There's the main store, Johnson's Carpet, One Floor and Home, where, it's already priced low, but not discount outlet low. So shop at the discount outlet first. If they don't have what you want, go down the street to Johnson's to the main store, and you can take care of it there. How about that? Fantastic. We got you covered here on the Eric Zane Show podcast. Okay, on to another segment of Not the Best of the Podcast. Justin Timberlake is in a shitstorm of trouble with his wife, the immensely beautiful and talented Jessica Biel. Man, holy shit. He is having to do a public apology, and I think he's trying to save this. And I think it's going to work out because of how he is throwing himself on the sword here. But get this. Okay, guys, if you're walking, let's say you work with a lady and, you're working closely on a project. Hang on, I got to sneeze. Oh, man, that was incredible. I think there's another one in there. Got to dab it out. At some point, you're seen holding hands with your coworker. There's no way that can be seen as anything else other than an affair, right? I mean, like if I go to work and some of the ladies are there and we're working on a project together, and I start holding hands because we're really close, and someone snaps a picture and my wife sees that I am holding the hand of another lady. My gosh. Honestly, it makes me shudder when I think about what she would do if she witnessed that, if she saw that or heard that. Eric, why were you holding someone's hand? Oh, man, I can't even, it's no fun to even consider that. That's what happened to Justin Timberlake. Now, famous guy, works with some of the most beautiful people on the planet. His wife is an absolute beauty. And from what I understand, wonderful. I, of course, don't know her. Timberlake is going on this apology tour right now, publicly, just to apologize to her. Let me just read you the apology, and then I'll go backwards. Justin writes, I stay away from gossip as much as I can, but for my family, I feel it is important to address recent rumors that are hurting the people I love. A few weeks ago, I displayed a strong lapse in judgment. But let me be clear. He sounds like a politician. Nothing happened between me and my co-star. I drank way too much that night, and I regret my behavior. I should have known better. This is not the example I want to set for my son. I apologize to my amazing wife and family for putting them through such an embarrassing situation. And I am focused on being the best husband and father I can be. This was not that. I'm incredibly proud to be working on Palmer. Looking forward to continuing to make this movie and excited for people to see it. Ooh, boy. That seems fucked. So he's apologizing for holding hands with his Palmer co-star Alicia Wainwright. 38-year-old Timberlake apologized to Beal. Timberlake and Beal, they're married in 2012. After 5 years of dating, they made headlines last month when he was spotted holding hands and sitting closely with Alicia Wainwright. Timberlake was also with a group of friends at a bar in New Orleans in video and photos posted by The Sun. In the footage, Wainwright, 30, can be seen resting her hand on Justin's knee, and the two appear to be holding hands. Oh, my God. The only reason why I'm cringing and acting like this is the end of the world because I'm putting myself in that spot. And, man, my ass would be kicked. However, a source with direct knowledge of the incident recently told people that Timberlake and Wainwright's interactions that night were completely innocent. They might be. I don't want to go so far as to say he's lying. I'm not going to be that asshole. But fuck, man. How the hell do you do this? Knowing that you're seriously one of the most recognizable people on the planet. How dumb can you be to be getting, first of all, drunk in public? Second of all, letting that happen. Oh. It's a balcony with a group of people, and it was definitely nothing happening, the source said. He's down there shooting his film, Palmer. They're starring in the movie together, and they're cool, and everybody was just hanging out. Man, I'm telling you, if my wife saw a woman's knee or hand on my knee, she would break the hand of that woman. The source added the video may look strange, but literally it was nothing. It was some friends, members of the team, crew, and people like that. They all know each other and were hanging. Like, come on. They're on an open balcony in New Orleans, and he's famous. It was nothing. In addition, a representative for Wainwright told people there is no validity to the speculation. They are currently working on a project together. Members of the cast and crew were all together. Look, yeah, maybe, but this is not, I mean, this is, people who make movies are weirdos, okay? This is not something new. Boy meets girl all the time. Ultra hot chick, ultra hot, ultra rich guy, drunk, working together regularly. I can promise you sparks are going to fly. I guess I am indicting him. Timberlake was spotted after the incident, arriving in his trailer on the set of the film wearing a black sweatshirt and gray sweatpants. Beal was photographed stepping out in Los Angeles while wearing her wedding ring. Man, the scrutiny, the fact that the world is watching you. God, that is so weird. There's a link to the pictures in The Sun of these guys hanging out in New Orleans. I want to see them, but it's not taking me there. Oh, well. I'm not going to sit there and waste anybody's time. You can find it on your own. Shit. Oh, you don't want her pissed, man. A&E Heating and Cooling, that's who you call when things go south with the furnace man. You can give them a call. Give him a call. That is Joe Martinez at 616-516-8579. Joe's watching right now while he's working feverishly. He's got to save up some money because he's got the Red Kettle game tomorrow for the Griffins. He's going to buy another jersey, that crazy jersey buying, heating and cooling Latino dude. All right, I think he'll probably spend $1,100 to $1,200, maybe $1,300. I don't know why I can't come up with denominations. Money amounts. I can't talk today. That's what I'm telling you. Anyway, in order to pay for that, he's going to have to bribe his wife, which means he's going to take her to the casino, which means he needs to get a few more jobs. 616-516-8579. He'd be living in a mansion if he wasn't spending all his bread on jerseys and keeping his wife happy. This all stems from an unhealthy addiction to game-worn jerseys. He'd be retired by now. 616-516-8579. $79 is going to get you a furnace tune-up from A&E. Online at aeheatingcooling.com. One of you, I forgot who, nice lady. I should write these things down as to who sends the story. Sent this one. In a community not far from here called Plainwell, if you're familiar with that, some of you out of market, out of the West Michigan area might not know what Plainwell is all about, but the schools are doing something that I haven't heard of. And there's a little bit of backlash going on about this. Hang on. I had a little bit of an issue. Sorry. Booger. Oh, and then I did it on the mic. What an idiot. Plainwell Community Schools. Ooh, then I spit all over this thing. God, what is my problem? Plainwell Community Schools. The Board of Education voted 5-2 to approve random drug testing and nicotine testing in the high school. The district said they are instituting the policy to deter drug use among students. The testing will only be done among students who are involved in extracurricular activities, including athletics, musicals, National Honor Society, PALS, not sure what that is, or other clubs. Now, pause right there. Why only them? I mean, what is it? You're like, oh, the rest of these people, they're too far gone. They don't have anything going for them. You know? Why only the organizations? That the decision was met with pushback. A group of parents have disagreed with the policy since it was proposed, and they urged the school board to not approve the policy. Now, I don't know why, though. Why would you say that that's not a good idea? I mean, what's the big deal here? Kids shouldn't. Okay, do we agree that do you think kids should be smoking? Show of hands. No one raises their hand. Do you think kids should be doing drugs? Show of hands. If your child is doing drugs or smoking cigarettes, would you like to know that? Show of hands. Of course you would. So what's the problem? I think it's wrong, said one woman who is stupid, who is a grandparent to students in the district. Kids are going to experiment, she says. All right, well, yeah, sure. But if they are, you want to do your best to make sure that they don't keep experimenting, don't you? I actually support this. I think all the kids, though, should be drug tested and nicotine tested. I mean, that's a good way to keep them from taking drugs, right? Or is that overreaching? I mean, these are kids, though. These are minors. So 9, 10, 11, 12. I would definitely want my kid. I would definitely want to know if my kids are doing these things. Yeah, your kid came back. The test is positive for no cigarettes, but he's doing smack. Yeah, your kid, man, he is so addicted to heroin. Didn't you know that? Other parents who disagreed with the board said they hoped they would be able to work collaboratively with school leaders on a policy that addresses the concerns and also sits well with parents. Who are these parents that are saying, no, we do not want our kids tested? What's the big deal? We do truly have our kids in mind, said another parent on the board. We want to work together, and we may disagree how that goes, but I think Plainwell is a great community. I think if we come together, we can be, this is written weird. We can be strong? I don't know. Holy shit. About 38% of districts nationwide have a drug testing policy, according to the CDC. A 2002 Supreme Court decision gave schools the constitutional jurisdiction to conduct random drug testing as long as it was only on students participating in competitive extracurricular activities. Oh, all right. Well, there you go. That's why. I don't know why, though. I mean, what? I mean, I understand the law, but why can't? Hell, you take this up to Cedar Springs, it's gonna be like, all right, let's just so we don't have to spend so much money on the test. Raise your hand if you've never done. This is the idea. This is how they drug test in Cedar Springs. All right, we got everybody from the school together. Raise your hands if you have never done drugs or smoked a cigarette. And then no hands go up. And then they go, all right, we conclude everyone is on drugs or smokes. Back to class. That's all they're going to do. This is something we've been dealing with for at least 3 years with the vaping. So, actually, let me back up. Board of Education member Shannon Zabaldo said drug use and specifically vaping has been an issue the district has been trying to deal with for years. But then again, is it really worth it? I mean, you go through all this shit, all this money to test them, and then everybody's going to lose their mind. Maybe the school is kind of like, yeah, let's just say we're going to do it and then don't do it. Let's not, I mean, because it's seriously a pain in the ass. Every school year, there's a couple who fall through the cracks, and we let them do that so that they can make fun of these people on podcasts and radio shows. I mean, I don't have a problem. If someone said, hey, Zane, Madison's going to get drug tested today, I'll be like, okay, I don't care. So what? I don't have a problem with that because, first of all, if she does do drugs, I want to know that, or smoke cigarettes. But I'm reasonably confident that she doesn't. So it's no big deal. Shut up, people.
Okay, breaking the action back. If you're listening to this, not the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast, it's happening because the NFK is getting operated on right now as they fix his wonky neck. Okay? So there you go. He'll be back to wiping boogers on my fridge in no time. Let me help your business by the way. If you have a local business or even have a business with a national or worldwide footprint because of online retail, this podcast is for you. No, I'm not Joe Rogan, but it's growing fast. I just had my biggest month, 225,000 downloads for the month of December. Thank you for checking it out. So let me help your business. All right, let me talk about you. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. It's very affordable, a lot less than what you'd pay for radio or Facebook ads or whatever the hell, and it's so much more effective. It really, really is.
Today, I want to tell you about a simple way to get all the entertainment you love without the hassle. DirecTV Stream brings your live TV and on-demand favorites together like never before, which means you can watch your favorite sports, movies, and shows all in one place. And the best part? There's no annual contract. So stop waiting and get your TV together with DirecTV Stream. You can learn more at directtv.com. That's directtv.com. Compatible device required. Content varies by package.
Loving my friends at Bosco's Pub. If you need lunch or dinner, that's where you go. All right? Maybe a liquid lunch. Okay? Whatever. Bosco's Pub in beautiful Hudsonville, Michigan, part of Terra Square. I always say you think you can't miss it, but you can. You know, if you get in trouble, just Google the old map thing. You'll figure that action out. You'll kind of get close and then scavenger hunt it. So there you go. Yeah, Bosco's Pub for lunch. Wednesday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. on into the night. And then Monday and Tuesday, nighttime hours, dinner, and you can drink your sorrows away while you're watching the Red Wings. Okay, Bosco's Pub. We also have our next Super Spreader event happening February 4th. Looking forward to that. We'll see you at Bosco's Pub. That's a 4 p.m. start time for our Friday, February 4th Super Spreader event organized by Boring Dean. Thank you. Blue Frost IT. Yes. Okay. They've been with me for a long time. And if you have a small or a medium-sized business and you're upgrading your tech, don't fall victim to your own stubbornness about how to go about determining what to buy. Tech is constantly changing, okay? If you're out of the game for any amount of time, you're going to screw this up. You're going to buy too little or too much or something wrong for your business. Sit down with Alan from Blue Frost IT and discuss it with him exactly with a complimentary consultation about what it's going to take to keep your business moving smoothly, okay? This is project work. Then, after you guys figure that out,
You make your purchase for your upgraded tech. He helps you set it all up. Now he's transitioning to managed work. You're going to need somebody at your beck and call in case you need any type of assistance running your awesome new machinery. Reach out to Blue Frost IT, 616-200-8550. That's 616-200-8550. Please mention your old pal, Eric Zane. Okay. And Mario, the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Lakeside. Jeez, what is wrong with me? My God. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Hold on a second. Hey there.
Is the chicken going to burn?
No. I'll be right down. How does it smell like it's burning?
No, I can smell. I'm in my bed. I can smell it, but I don't know. I didn't know how long it took.
Yeah, it should be fine. I'll be right down.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay. 231-332-6505 for the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. When you're in need, when you are in the need or in the market for a refi, maybe you're buying a home, maybe you have rental properties, whatever it may be. Please consider the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. On to more of Not the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast.
Father of mine.
Oh, my gosh.
Tell me, where have you been?
It's that time to bring in.
You know, I just closed my eyes.
My beloved
disappeared.
Father
of mine.
My
Take
dad.
me back to the day. Yeah, when I was still your gold.
Hi, Dad.
Boy, back before you went away.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. What's cracking with you?
Nothing. I'm just resting in my orbs.
You say you're resting in your orbs?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
Well, I can close my eyes, and that's the orbs.
Oh, okay,
and,
okay.
They're resting.
I guess I wasn't familiar with your reference, but anyway.
I'm studying new stuff.
Hey, Dad.
Just kidding.
Dad, since the last time we spoke, what's been the big thing that's happened in your world? Is there anything at all that you can report from your neck of the woods?
Nothing really. It just snows like crazy, and I keep shoveling it and cleaning it and blowing it.
Dad.
And then I'm starting a project. I'm trying to make a lot of picture frames for a lot of pictures I've got.
Okay.
So nothing exciting, and it's cold.
Dad, do you ever get bored?
Of course.
What do
we
you
do? We sit around the house so long.
Yeah.
We can't walk because it's too damn cold. So Joanna is kind of trapped in the house. I'm trapped in the house.
You should pick up a new activity. Old folks do things like play checkers and stuff like that.
I hate that stuff.
You remember when we used to play backgammon?
Yeah. Well, Joanna and I used to do that, and we got a backgammon set.
Why did we quit? I think I forgot how to play. I'm going to have to look at the rules again.
Well, I'm probably forgot about the setting of it. How you set the little, call it the dice.
It's an underrated game, and I think we need to bring back backgammon.
Well, yeah, you got to get some people involved.
Yeah, I know it. Did you ever learn to play chess?
Yeah, but that chess is silly because you just go from one end to the other, and then what do you do after that? I don't remember.
No, it's maybe you're thinking of checkers. Chess is a strategy game.
Oh, chess! I know the chess. Yeah, I used to play it.
All right. What about cribbage?
Not my cup of tea.
Okay, now I've never played the damn game. I don't know how, but Diana played it with her father, and she swears that is an awesome game.
Probably so. I don't even know what the details are.
Dad, what sports did you play when you were in the old country?
Soccer.
Okay.
Soccer was my life.
Were you a midfield, forward, or defense?
I played defense and forward.
Did you ever get in a fist fight during a soccer game?
The what?
Did you ever get in a fist fight during a soccer game?
No.
If you're in Iran and you get in a fist fight, do they cut your hands off?
No. I had a trick though. I used to have a safety pin to my shorts.
Yeah.
And I kind of crack it down and so the pin is showing.
Yeah.
And if I'm chasing somebody and having a problem catching up with them, I catch up and I stick the pin in his butt, in his butt cheeks.
Wait,
and the
really?
guy reaches and he loses his control, and I take the ball and go.
So you would stab the player with the pin?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
the guy didn't know what hit him.
So didn't he think? Well, wasn't he able to put 2 and 2 together that somebody did that to him?
Oh yeah. I never got caught at it as a penalty.
You just say, I don't know, and then what do you do? Just drop the pin?
I didn't say nothing. I just hit him and I just got the ball and passed him.
Joanne, have you ever heard this story about the stabbing with a safety pin?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got all sorts of tricks, Dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, occasionally we trip the guy, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Of course, we got penalized.
So,
We don't have safety pins in this house.
Gee, what'd you answer?
yeah, she said she has no safety pins in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that, Dad. When you're over there, this is like the 1940s and 50s, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
for the 50s.
Well, did you hear about sports in the U.S., about baseball and football and basketball?
No.
You didn't even know they existed?
I didn't know anything about it.
Wow.
I used to listen to radio. That's the only form of entertainment we used to have. And soccer was not even heard of it in America at that time.
Right. And likewise, when you're in Iran, they don't talk about those sports in America. I get that. But
that's right. There's nothing. The only thing we had was a radio.
So you don't even know that baseball, football, and basketball and hockey are even a thing.
We didn't know I didn't know a thing about him.
You show up to the U.S., Gordie Howe is playing at Olympia Stadium with Ted Lindsay. And how do you get acclimated to hockey of all things? I mean, my gosh, that's were you exposed to it? I mean, tell me what your first memories of hockey were, Dad.
The first memories of that was like about maybe 30 years ago.
Wait a minute, it had to be more than that. 30 years ago?
I got involved in, watching it. Joanne is saying my uncle, but I don't remember my uncle.
Yeah, a long time ago.
So I don't know how it manifested that I did that. But I started liking it when I got involved about 30, 35, 40 years ago, maybe.
What is it called when a player scores 3 goals?
Oh, I forget. Hat trick.
Yes! Okay, in baseball, the shortstop picks up the ball and throws it to second. The fielder, the second baseman, touches second before the runner gets there. And then he throws it to first, and the fielder catches the ball before the second runner gets there. What's that called?
Double play.
Yes! See, you've got this down.
Oh, I know that stuff.
All right, Dad, let's...
I've watched enough of that sport that I know him, and I like him.
Yeah. If you had to choose between hockey, football, baseball, basketball, what are you watching?
Soccer. I can't be involved in those things unless I was growing up with it,
Yeah. You ready for questions?
Yes, I am.
All right, Dad, here we go. Dear Meathead, I'm having a problem. My wife says I need to have a talk with my son about the birds and the bees. I don't want to do it. She says she is going to ask him today if I had done it. And if I haven't, she said she's going to do it. Please help me. I want to avoid talking with my son about making babies and other things that adolescent boys do, if you know what I mean.
Okay. You want an answer?
He said he wants some help, Dad.
It's really foolish to think about it, that it's a serious matter that you should talk to your children about sex, children, and all the data that go with it, because I didn't talk to you guys about this.
No, you did not.
You grew up, you just learned it on your own, communicating with your buddies and friends. You got together and talked about it. You already knew these things. I remember when I approached Michael.
Yeah.
And midway in going through this, he says, Dad, I know all about that.
So you were
and that's true.
So you were like probably relieved that you were let off the hook, right?
Well, I was relaxed with it. I was appreciating the fact that I didn't have to talk about it, because I don't really think adults know how to talk about the subject to the kids.
Yeah.
You really cannot use the words that you want to use, because we feel that I felt like it's gross for me to tell them these things.
Yeah, of course.
So I think you ought to leave the kids alone and use the word sex and let it go at that.
Okay. So
kids already know about that.
Now, back in the day, was it my mom who pressured you into talking to Michael, or did you do it on your own?
I think I had help.
Oh yeah, you were urged into it by my mom, strong arming you.
I think so, but then again, that was the most foolish thing I ever did, because he already knew these things.
So when it came time to Paul, you didn't say anything to Paul.
No, because Paul and I fell out of.
Okay, yeah, it was tough.
grade 6 math.
Yeah, you guys wanted a fist fight most of the time.
Well, no, we just didn't have the care that we should have had.
Right. All right, Dad. Well, that's I don't know how Joanne feels about any of this. Joanne, do you think that the parents should do it, or they should just leave it up to the street?
Not the street, but I think nowadays they teach them an awful lot in school. And, you tell a child what they need to know. I mean, you ask questions, and the child will tell you what they want to know.
Oh my gosh! All right, very good.
They ask.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, I absolutely did. I heard her loud and clear.
Okay.
All right, Dad, next topic. It was just announced. He just announced. Gentleman by the name of Bernie Sanders is running for president. Are you aware of who? What? I'm sorry, what?
I just heard about it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. He's like a 75-year-old guy. He's a Democrat. I ask you and Joanne both, are you going to vote for Bernie Sanders in the next election, Dad?
I really don't think so, because number one, we need a younger person. I don't like a 75 and 80-year-old person as a president, because his life is pretty much limited already.
Well,
and if he's going to run for 8 years of that, we don't know what's going to happen.
Well,
he has good ideas as far as that goes, but his age is in his way.
Now, Trump is 71.
Well, he wasn't 71 when he started. So,
well, okay.
maybe 69 or something like that. But then again, he's a very youthful person.
So to you, age is a problem. You're afraid maybe the guy might, go senile.
He should die. Should something happen? His ideas are a little antiquated.
Okay.
I need a 50-year-old man that doesn't have the experience, obviously, but he can go towards that experience.
Yeah, Dad. What if it's like a person who has all the right ideas that you like, and they're about 50, but this person is a lady? What do you think about that?
I really have no qualms about lady president.
Right.
We're having right now in the state of Michigan a lady governor.
Okay. All right.
So, and I'm sure she's got good ideas and all that. This thing of sexual type of ideas, sex should not come in a picture, female or versus a male.
All right, if you had to choose...
A female can be authoritative as well. I think our leaders should be having much greater authority to force the issues that's coming up, instead of, God, having go to court.
Yeah.
No. The female person for a president or a governor It's a good thing as far as I'm concerned. They have good ideas.
Yeah. What if you had to choose between two people who both had good ideas? They're both ladies, and one was really, really pretty, and the other one was gross. I mean, like 500 pounds with like snots coming out of her nose. What would you do? But they're both nearly identical in the things that you believe in. What would you do?
I'd be prejudiced, and I'll tell you, I'll take the thin one. No, I think 400 two-ton Tessie as a president or a governor, I would not like that.
No, I think that honesty is true, and I think I would do the same thing, because I would have a problem with the person not being able to take care of themselves.
That's right. And then their terms may just disintegrate because of their sicknesses and all that from the weight.
Yeah.
So, no, I want someone good, in good shape, good health.
All right, Dad, how about this one? There was a famous celebrity. I'm sure you don't know him, because I didn't even know the guy's name, but his name's Jussie Smollett. He recently staged a racist attack on himself in Chicago, and he blamed white guys that didn't exist just to, and we still don't know why he did it. And in fact, it's not even proven that he did do this, but the police think he did it. In fact, if he orchestrated the whole thing, what should happen to this dude?
You're telling me that he demonstrated a racist?
Yeah. Well, what he did was he fabricated police say he fabricated a story about two white guys who were Trump supporters attacking the black guy. He's a black guy. And it turns out that the whole thing's coming unraveled now, and it didn't happen at all like that. We don't know why the jackass did that, but the police say he did.
Well, he's definitely trying to get Trump to lose credibility. If this is what he did, which I don't know, the first time I heard this.
Right.
Then why would we even pay attention to this idiot?
Well, if police find out that he did this is a big problem. This is a felony, and
he did something that was felonious.
Yeah, because he called the cops and said, "I was beaten up by white people," when in fact the cops have sniffed it out and said, "We don't think that's what happened to you."
He needs to get his ass in jail.
Yeah, that's what.
Definitely. I mean, this is ridiculous. The black and whites, we are creating a lot of problems. The whites and the blacks both are creating problems. They're really trying to put a separation between blacks and whites. I love black people. I love white people as long as they're doing a proper thing, as long as they respect me or my opinion. Hey, they're my friends.
Dad, you but you were in Detroit in 1967 when the riots took place. Can you tell me what you remember of that? Because that was a scary, scary time.
I was in my vehicle driving. I don't remember whether I was coming home. I was coming home. Left my job, and because I was worried about my family.
Yeah.
And then they're talking. I had the radio on. They were talking about what's going on, and I started looking around, and that was an area that was not involved in this situation, but I had the fear of God in me that a bullet's going to come through and get me.
Yeah, and that was real. They were like pulling people out of cars and beating the hell out of them and burning. I mean, this was a fearful. I was feared. I had no weapons or nothing. Besides, if I had it, I wouldn't want to use it. And I could not, I did not dissect any of this. I did not understand what's going on, but I knew that there was a war in the streets. But the area that I was going, I don't remember that. There was no activity at all. Now
I had a fear of God in me.
Right. Now, a lot of that stuff happened more downtown. You were in Oak Park, which is just right. I mean, it's right there. I mean, you lived just off 8 Mile, right?
I don't remember where we lived.
Because Oak Park, I know that it butts up right to it. And then you guys flew the coop a couple years later and went to the suburbs. You were part of the white flight.
Well, yeah. That's true.
Dad, I got one more question for you.
Sure.
John writes, Dear Meathead, do you think Eric should get back into radio or keep doing the podcast? What do you think, Dad?
I really think Eric should get into the radio.
Okay.
But then again, it's his choice, and he's been in this business for many, many years. And he had ups and downs, and he overcame all of those problems, and he made a good, successful situation out of it. And at this point, I don't know. I really have to find out what he has in his mind. I think he's very excited and happy about doing what he's doing, and in this business, that's what it needs, excitement.
Well, Dad, there's no question. I enjoy it, whether I'm at the radio station or here. And I don't know what ultimately will happen. I think would be the ideal thing if I could do a radio show and then come home and do this too. Can you imagine if we were able to pull off both of them?
That would be great. But then again, what damage does it do to you as far as your mind is concerned and the working hours and so forth?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. There's no question that is a real thing because it's still trying to build this thing.
And then this is a stressful job.
Right.
You constantly are looking for material to inform the public what they're doing, what's going on. So I worry about that.
Aw. Hey.
But then again, you're doing it and you're happy with it. I believe you are.
Yeah, I am. Ultimately, it's a matter of can I feed my family? That's really what it boils down to.
That's the most important thing.
Can I feed my family? Have you ever had a job that you hated, Dad, that you just couldn't stand?
Well, I had so many jobs. When I was a young man in this country, my God, cleaning carpeting was the worst thing I could have done.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we had a factory that I worked in for $1 an hour, and they bring the carpet. We pick up the carpeting from people's homes and bring it in here. The most popular carpeting was 8 by 10.
Okay, so
spread them out on the floor, and then we hose them down and soap it. We have what they call I don't remember what they call them. It's just it goes around and around, and then scrubs it, and then you got the handle on it.
So
scrubber.
So these are rugs. These
are carpeting.
It's carpeting.
Big carpet, 8 by 10, and then we used to get like 20 by 20, which means we had to cut that in half because it would not fit in the area, and do it one half at a time, and then re-sew it together.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a job. Holy cow!
So was that line of work? Did that make you a carpet muncher?
Carpet what?
So is that called a carpet muncher?
I never heard of the phrase.
Never mind.
We're doing carpet washer.
Oh, okay. I thought that was. I don't know why I thought that. I thought that was a term that they used for it. But
and then there's about 4 of us in a plant, and then when we wash them and dry them up. And there's a huge railing that you put them in between.
Yeah.
There's two railing. That thing turns around and then takes all the water out of that.
Okay.
And it goes into dryer room.
Oh, my
the dryer
God.
room, we take it up and nail them to a board all the way across. That was like 25-foot wide board, and then elevated all the way up. And then when the place is full, we turn the heat on for 24 hours for the carpeting to dry up.
Okay, so how did you end up just walking out with $8 in your hand after one day, or how long did you work at this place?
I worked there about 6-7 months. No, what had happened is the guy had one of the owners had a 1941 or 40 something Buick. I mean, it was a wreck.
Yeah.
He sold it to me for $50.
Okay.
I was supposed to give him $5 a week. Third day, I wrecked it against the tree. I left the damn thing right there and walked out. Never went back to work and all that.
You never paid the guy
where his car was.
So you just left the car. You stranded the car, quit the job, and never paid.
I didn't know about the stoplight that you have a stop sign that you got to stop.
So
I crossed it, and there's two girls driving this car. Sideswiped me, the driver's side.
Oh.
But I managed to get out and then left the car right there and walked the hell out of there.
Wait a minute. You mean you weren't aware of how traffic lights worked?
There wasn't a light. There was a stop sign.
Oh, okay. So you didn't know how stop signs worked?
No, I didn't know they had to stop. You know. And this poor kid, two girls. Nobody got hurt except the cars.
So you get out of the car and you just walk home?
I ran away for a while and then waited for a bus, and I had about 80 cents in my pocket.
What?
And buses were 20 cents or something.
So, okay, in one instance, you end up hit and run. You end up quitting the job, and you ended up welching on what you owed to the former boss, all because you ran the stop sign.
Right.
It's a miracle you're alive. You know that?
Yes. I called him up. I said, your car is in so-and-so place. It's all wrecked up.
Oh, you called the guy and told him?
I went dead ahead. There's a tree that on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
And kind of the front end went up a little bit in the air.
Yeah.
And he got hung up right there. It blocked the whole lane.
Holy crap. You were probably talked about in the newspaper. Oh, my God.
The car was not even registered in my name. It was still in the owner's name.
Oh, this is great. Holy cow. You know, Joanne, is this the first time you've heard this one?
She's not here right now.
Oh, my God. I can't believe she walked out on this story. That was a great
I never told him this.
Oh, that's awesome.
I told her.
That is a classic. All right, Dad. Well, I tell you what, we're going to cut this short. Not short. It actually went pretty well.
We did quite a bit of talk.
Yeah, we did a lot of time this time. Dad, you never fail to amaze, and you're always a great source of entertainment. We love you and your storytelling.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, and thank you so much.
And your stories and your opinions. I mean, that's why we do this, you know.
Okay, all right. I love you. Say hello to the family, and we'll talk to you at the next session.
All right, Dad. I'll talk to you next week.
Okay, have a wonderful day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
And the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know.
Okay. Back now for more important stuff. Well, it's not, but it'll probably be like the best part of this show on the not the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. I'm really intrigued by the prospect of people growing pot indoors. No, I don't. I don't smoke it. I mean, honestly, if I were to have it in front of me, I might, which is, you know, kind of like a me thing. I probably shouldn't do that, and I won't, but I have to keep myself away from the temptation because I'm such an idiot. I can't do anything just a little, you know? If I gamble a little, I'm going to gamble a lot. That's why I'm dreadfully afraid of things like that. Things that hit the pleasure centers in the brain. I can't do those things. You know, I'm just an idiot. Anyway, John was telling me that at this time of the year, people that, excuse me, I just ate frickin' walnuts and they're getting stuck in my throat. This time of the year, people who are growing indoors, they're getting things started and getting things prepared so that when Mother's Day hits, they will be putting 4-foot plants into the ground. And just the idea of walking outside, yeah, here we go, I got my plants, and then they grow 10 feet high in your backyard, and your neighbor's like, what's going on? Anyway, here in Michigan, that's totally legit. And depending on where you live, you can grow to your heart's content. Horizon Hydroponics is whom I'd like you to call upon for everything you need to make your growing successful, okay? their website, which just launched brand new. Well, they had a website, but they've updated it. It looks a million times better, much more user-friendly. HorizenHydroponics.com, HORIZEN, hydroponics.com. Buy online, use the coupon code Zane Show. You will save 10%. Shipped anywhere in the U.S. for free if your order is over $250. You can also buy it online, same coupon code, and pick it up. And when you say, yeah, I'm buying this, you don't have to pay like right then. You don't have to. You have the option of not paying online. If you don't have like the cash, on a card or in a bank account, but you've got like green cash, you can do it that way too. All the options and a phone number right on the website if you need any assistance on advice as to what you're buying from Horizon Hydroponics. Okay. While I'm at it, let me put a scenario by you. You're a couple, husband, wife, 2 kids, 3 kids, 2 boys, a girl. Dad is 37. Mom's 35. Dad works a full-time job. Mom stays home. It's awesome. In the unlikely event that something bad happens to Dad, what is going to happen? Mom, is she going to be forced to just join the workforce and you got 3 latchkey kids? No, you're going to want to have Mom with the kids as much as possible during what is a horribly difficult time. This is weird to even talk about, but it's a reality. Wouldn't it be great if you could just spend not that much money, a little bit of money each month towards a fantastic life insurance policy for that peace of mind of knowing that your family is taken care of if something wonky happens? It's a very real thing. And I think you should absolutely bang on the door of Frank Fuss about a very inexpensive life insurance policy to help out your family. Okay? Nothing that is more heartbreaking than hearing Facebook posts, so-and-so, there's a GoFundMe because they have no money and no insurance. And they can't even pay enough to bury the guy. Oh, come on. Life insurance is the way to go. Would you just talk to Frank? Frank Fuss. Call or text 616-914-4070. I've had life insurance my whole life. Ever since I met Diana. When we got married, I bought life insurance immediately. Immediately. You should too. 616-914-4070. Don't blow this off. This is extremely important. Thank you to Frank Fuss for being part of the podcast. All right. Hang on. I got a cough. Oh, God. That's like a regular thing. You can barely hear it. If you back that up and listen, you'll hear it really subdued. Yeah, I think it even might sound worse. Sunday, the 30th of January is Paintball War number 17 at TC Paintball. The Trail of Tears Challenge with Jason Mays from Amsoil. Boy, he's going to kill me over that one. Gotten so much mileage out of that. Anyway, I need bodies. If you want to do paintball with us, it is Sunday the 30th of January, 5 p.m. start. It's going to be awesome. Pizza party beforehand. We've got a border war between with Team Macho Latino and the MAGA Hatters. That's going to be awesome. And I want to see you there. Reach out to me via Eric at ericzaneshow.com email. And let me know if you're coming, man. I got to know. And if you can't be there for that, and that's a $35 event, and that gets you everything you need to participate. Nothing more. All you need is yourself and $35. That regularly is like close to $50. So it's a huge savings. You can book your own party for your workplace at tcpaintballgr.com. All right. Back to more shenanigans from the not the best of.
Did you happen to see the video, and I'll post it, of presidential candidate Andrew Yang? I don't know what was going on here. But I'll post the video. Yang is at some campaign event. He's the guy. He's a Democratic candidate for president. I don't know if he's gonna hang around. Before I get into that, Kamala Harris is out. She is. That was the last chance for a minority to be the president. So a lot of people are like, shit, now this is bad. But you still got Pocahontas is strong. Biden is strong. Buttigieg is strong. Bernie Sanders is strong. We shall see. But Yang is still in it. And at this campaign fundraiser, I don't know what was going on, but one of his supporters gives Yang a can of aerosol whipped cream. You know, one of those deals. And he wants Andrew Yang to shoot it into his mouth. And I think it's somebody screwing with him, and Yang's just ignorant or doesn't know what the hell, how bad this looks. But the dude who gives him the whipped cream gets on his knees in front of Yang and opens his mouth like some of you Zaniacs do on a regular basis. And Yang holds the whipped cream up like it's his crank and shoots it full into this guy's mouth. And the guy goes, oh, yeah. And it's rolling out of his mouth like you see in one of those nasty videos. And then the campaign manager is standing there, and he's like mortified. He cannot believe that it's happening. He's really like, okay, enough. And he's like, you can tell he wants it to stop. But Yang's not done. Yang then goes, and there's another guy walks up to him and does the same thing. And Yang goes to shoot his mouth full of another load of whipped cream. And then the campaign manager steps in.
That's right.
There it is.
That's a full-service presidential candidate.
Yeah, he said, that's a full-service presidential candidate.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, look at this. We don't agree the opposite style.
It's like rolling out of the guy's face.
Office opening is complete. Who's next?
Who's next? This next guy gets on his knees. Fucking Yang. He's like, I'll give you $1,000 and a mouthful of this. Thank you, Andrew. Oh, yeah, hey. By the way, I'd have been fired for my Andrew Yang impression. Fuck off. Would you like a mouthful of this cream? Yay! Full-service presidential candidate. Reddit had a thing on the front page today that was just ridiculous. Senior quotes from a 1911 high school yearbook. And I'll link this up in the comments of this podcast. So, 100 and however many, 8 years ago, everybody looks like they're 50 years old. And, it has their name and then a couple of notes. These are really remarkable. Robert Horton Petticord describes himself as important, quote, in his own estimation. Occupation, making dates. So I guess that means job interviews, picking up women, dates, roofies. I have no idea. I think it means roofies because it says ambition, to keep one girl at least a month. So he's a he-whore. Robert Horton Petticord he's like Bill Cosby. His favorite song is Love Make the World Go Round. I picture all of these sounding like big band sounding, I mean, obviously, rock music wasn't a thing then. Pop music was like a 30-piece orchestra. The next guy, Elmer Carl Miller, another guy who looks like he's 55 years old. Description, hard to describe. These are all Elmer Carl Miller. By the way, of course his name is Elmer. When do you think was the last time somebody was named Elmer, for God's sake? Occupation, making a stab at it.
I don't think they're getting what they're getting. I don't think they're understanding what the people are asking. What is your occupation going to be, or what do you want to be? And he says, making a stab at it. I have no idea. Ambition. He wants to live in a bungalow, says Elmer. His favorite song is Go On, I'm Busy Now. Okay. By the way, the closer is the fourth one. The third one, though, is Robert Edward Freeman. Description. He describes himself as whitewashed. That sounds like something that Tim Ryan might say. Occupation. Absolutely nothing. His ambition, to run a bowling alley like Big Dick Donnie Veltman. Maybe this guy is related to Big Dick Donnie Veltman. If he is, he probably has a huge crank. His favorite song is the song Tough Guy. These sound like something on like a classic rock playlist. And that's right, baby, 97 LAV with me. Yeah, coming up next, I'm going to talk about birds and pontificate about Litchfield and other stupid things that nobody cares about. That was Love Makes the World Go Round right there, baby. Coming up in just a little bit, we're going to do Go On, I'm Busy Now from Foreigner. But right now, this is Tough Guy from ZZ Top. A 97 LAV, baby. Shut up, Michelle. Quit interrupting me. I hate your guts. Finally, there's a lady. Phyllis Bell Johnson. She writes her description as being okay. Oh, I'm okay. That's what everybody tells me, and I guess I'll just have to take that. Oh. Occupation, giggling. Oh, I'm just a dumb girl. I'm looking forward to staying at home and just being a dumb housewife and laughing at whatever my man says. Ambition. Here it is. Wait for it. Her ambition is, and this is printed in the 1911 school yearbook, to murder the faculty. Yep, I'm looking at it. You can see it when you click on it. To murder the faculty, and they printed it from this crazy psycho bitch. Phyllis Bell Johnson wants to murder the faculty. And her favorite song is Montana, baby. That's right. That reminds me, Montana, that reminds me of the time that I went to Idaho. And, I was walking around the mountains there. We had to pass through Montana to get there. I saw some birds. That's right, 97 LAV, baby, going out to Phyllis Bell Johnson. It's going to murder the faculty, baby, on LAV. That's about what they do. And here I am at my house. I can't even get a full-time gig to save my life, and I've got some stooge talking about birds across the street. Jesus. Okay, almost done. You got one more segment to choke down for the Not the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your thoughts concerning the NFK. Silver lining, the 2 or 3 days in the hospital will mean zero me wiping down the refrigerator, the microwave, cleaning up piles of salt in the countertop, wiping off my stovetop, feces smeared in places that it shouldn't be. Full turds in pants won't happen. Okay? There you go. Silver lining. Thank you to Full House Comedy for always being there for your old pal Eric Zane. Comedy this weekend at Full House Comedy. Eric Griffin, who played Montez on, what's the name of that show? Workaholics. Eric Griffin, he played the character Montez on Workaholics. That's all I know about him. I should know this, but I don't watch TV. He also has a podcast called Riffin' with Griffin. Now, it's 11:49 right now on January 13th that I'm recording this. I'm supposed to do an interview with this guy. I'm not holding my breath. Sometimes Big Dick Donnie, he talks a good game. You know. But anyway, I'm supposed to talk to this dude. He is appearing at Back Alley Comedy. I'm sorry, at Full House Comedy, the Park Theater venue in Holland. And then, man, I'm doing a terrible job at this. Creston Brewery. All this weekend. Details on this that I apparently can't tell you. FullHouseComedy.com. Go see a comedy show and have fun. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. They are expanding the business. Crews are working hard to actually physically make where they work larger. Please facilitate that by hiring them to fix your domestic, Asian, or European car, hybrid, or EV. I guess EVs and hybrids are also cars, but you know what I mean. They are, if you're in West Michigan, if you're on 44th Street, just a couple of blocks east of 131 is a street called Stafford. That's where they are. If you look down it as you drive by on 44th, you'll see the sign. That's them. Okay? So check them out. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. And that's ERVINES. Vines.com. Last but not least, Senor Joe Martinez from A&E Heating and Cooling. A legend. I'm so proud of him. He's done, well, I'm proud of all my sponsors because a lot of them are just, moms and pops. And seeing, when I hear stories about Irvine's expanding and A&E Heating and Cooling with more vehicles on the road to help people, that's all good news for your old pal Eric. 616-516-8579. If you need anything at all, heating and cooling, they can take care of you. Whether it's a brand new furnace or air conditioner installed, utilizing the Comfort Maker brand of products, amazing. Or just a furnace tune-up, some type of repair, things get off the rails, scheduled maintenance, or an after-hours service, call 616-516-8579 for A&E Heating and Cooling. Okay, one more segment to choke down on the Not the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Now, getting to the thing that I've been looking forward to talking to you about. Boy, I don't know what my problem is Joe Biden. So I actually heard about this story when I was doing the board hopping duties. And if you're wondering what board hopping means, that means I go to iHeart Grand Rapids, and there's programming on the air, and they need a person to run the board, push buttons, turn on the commercials, and it's not a glamorous job by any means, but it is so very, very important. And so I'm getting trained how to be the board op when the main guy goes for vacation. And specifically, I would be board opping the Sean Hannity show, which is obviously a super conservative talk show host. And so if Sean Hannity is talking about it, I traditionally am not. I'm not really interested in that type of discussion. However, I did hear something that he spent a lot of time talking about, and that was the audio from the Iowa town hall meeting where former vice president and now candidate Biden was. So he's speaking to a packed room of like 100 people, and these are all people that support him for the most part. And there's like a big Biden for president sign, and it says no malarkey, which is a Joe Bidenism. So, it's got all the markings of the home field advantage. Well, a gentleman, a local, this rather rotund, rather dumb man who believes everything he sees on TV, stands up to kind of call out Joe Biden about something. And he's trying to do it nicely, but it doesn't go over well with Biden. He doesn't like that the man said it, and he, in fact, calls the guy a liar. He actually calls him he goes, "You're a damn liar." And I'm going to play it for you in a second. And then the guy I think he's a little sheepish, but he tries to challenge Biden on this thing. And it's all about what and it's hard to hear. But so I'll tell you what he says in the first place. The guy's like, look, he says, we all know Trump did this with the Russians, which he believes that. I have no idea. And so these, everybody's like, yeah. And then he says, but you did also something pretty weird where you got your son a job in Ukraine with this energy company. Now, that's what pissed Biden off. And he looks at this guy. He goes, you're a damn liar. And then somehow Biden starts talking about, physical challenges. He, challenges the guy to a push-up contest somehow. And then, in true Biden fashion, I think the word got into his brain because he's looking at this fat ass. And instead of saying, look, man, or look, sir, he goes, look, fat. He said, look, fat. Holy shit. And when he said it, there's all these school kids in there. You see their eyes light up and they all look at each other like, holy shit. Joe Biden just said, look, fat to that fat guy. And it was so funny. And this is why I'm telling you, if you are a Democrat and you're going to vote in the primary, please, for the love of God, vote for Joe Biden. We need a Biden v. Trump fantasy election. We need this to happen. This is going to be awesome because you got loudmouth Trump spewing shit all the time, and Biden is just ridiculously gaffing all over the place. He called the guy fat to his face in a weird way. Here you go. I've got several examples. I've got the full clip right here. A dude, moron, fat guy is hard to hear, but he's basically saying what I told you, he said. So here you go.
I got a question I want you to answer. We all know Trump has been messing around in Ukraine over there, holding their foreign aid for them to come up, saying they're going to investigate you. We don't know about that. He's no back what we do after that. But you, on the other hand, sent your son over there to get a job and work for a gas company, but he had no experience in the past or nothing. In order to get access to the public, for the president. So you're selling access to the president just like he is. So
You're a damn liar, man. That's not true. And no one has ever said that. No one has heard that.
I see it on the TV.
You see it on the TV. No, I know you do. And by the way, that's why I'm not sedentary. I get up and no, let him go. Let him go. Look, the reason.
Okay, he's talking about. Guy says I saw it on the TV, and then Biden goes, "That's why I'm not sedentary." I don't know if he's trying to say I get up and turn the channel. Is that what he's doing? I'm not sure. I don't understand how he got into this push-up contest.
I'm running is because I've been around a long time and I know more than most people know, and I can get things done. That's why I'm running. And you want to check my shape line? Let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do. Let's take the test.
And then everyone's like, "Yeah, push-up contest! Fuck yeah, yeah!" I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Number two, no one has said my son has done anything wrong, and I did not on any occasion, and no one has ever said it. Not one.
Okay, now we're getting to the part that I talked to you about when he looks at the guy and says, "Look, fat." Here, it's coming.
You were doing anything wrong.
You said I set up my son to work in an oil company. Isn't that what you said? Get your words straight, Jack.
That's what I hear on MSNBC.
You don't hear that in MSNBC. You did not hear that at all. What you heard? Look, okay, I'm not going to get in an argument with you, man.
Well, I don't want to.
Well, yeah, you do, but look, fat. Look, here's the deal. Here's the deal.
There was.
He looks like.
Called him fat. He said, "Look, fat." All right. Now they're all reacting because a stupid guy who sounds like Stephen Avery said, accused him of not having a backbone. And everyone's like, "Oh shit, no, you didn't just say that about Joe Biden." So that's it. Let him talk. Let
let him talk. And then Biden says, any other questions? So Biden doesn't like that. Now, Biden handled that terribly. He could have actually, won that guy over, talked him down without acting like an asshole. First of all, calling the guy a damn liar. And then refers to him as Jack. Well, whatever. I don't give a shit. Who cares? If that's how Biden talks, that's how Biden talks. I don't give a shit. Trump talks like an asshole all the time. Who cares? But the fact that he said, and what's funny is he said, look fat. And I don't think he meant to say, look fat. I think he was looking at a fat guy, and it was just in his brain. And that's what he does all the time. So he said, look fat. I'd be like if I looked at Stu, if I'm talking to Stu, and instead of saying, look, Stu, I said, look, child rapist. That would be how that you see what I'm saying there? This is another version of that.
Look, fat, look, here's the deal.
Look, fat, here's the deal.
Look, fat, look, here's the deal.
And when you see it,
look, fat, look, here's the deal.
When I post it, okay, I'm going to post this in the comments so you can see for yourself what the fuck I'm talking about. Because those kids, they're in the background. They're in the corner of the room. They all go, oh, you just called him fat. Oh, my God.
Look, fat. Look, fat. Look, fat. 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 Look, fat. Look, fat. Look, here's the deal.
We need Joe Biden. Vote Biden. All you people that are going to vote in the primary, you must vote for him. The country needs an election that features these two knuckleheads. For entertainment purposes, that's what we need. Holy shit.
Look, fat, look, here's the deal.
Oh, man. If I had somebody running drops, this would be a drop all the time.
Look, fat.
I'd be working it in. Hey, John and Jennison.
Look, fat.
Hey, how are you?
Look, fat.
Oh, man, that is awesome. Sorry, John. Collateral damage.
All right. We did it. That is it. The podcast, the Not the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast, is in the books. I would say I hope you enjoyed it, but you probably didn't. Nevertheless, thank you for listening to it. I appreciate that. A little bit of housekeeping. As always, please support the sponsors when you can, even if you are a hate listener. If you would, subscribe to the audio podcast and throw a review at me, please. While I'm at it, Twitch. If you would follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Thank you very much. Follow me on Twitch. And if you're really feeling froggy, when you go there, you'll see a red button that says Twitch Prime. That will allow you to subscribe to me on Twitch. And that's like awesome. You get that for free with your Amazon Prime. And that actually puts money into the pocket of your old pal Eric Zane. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So a follow and a subscribe on Twitch. Twitch.com/Eric Zane Live. ERIC. Eric Zane Live. Okay, folks. Have a great one. Back with a fresh show on Monday morning. Till next time. Bye-bye.